What is going on, everybody? Cole Simonson here, and today we are talking about coyote calibers. It's extremely debated topic on which caliber is the best for coyote hunting and why, and this and that and that and this. But here is the one fact: any rifle is a good coyote rifle. It just depends if you want to save the fur or if you're just taking care of coyotes. I've taken coyotes with everything from a 22-250 to a 7 meg. So it doesn't matter if you want to coyote hunt. The gun you have at the house is great for coyote hunting. But there are a few calibers that stand out in the coyote hunting world, and it just makes them an excellent rifle for coyote hunting in general, due to the accuracy, the knockdown power. You can get way into it, but I'm going to give you my top 3 rounds for coyote hunting of 2019 and 2020, and I tell you what, number 3 is going to really surprise you. So, getting started, we are going to go with my number 1 coyote hunting gun of the year right now, mainly because it is shooting fantastic and you cannot beat the round for the price you can buy it at, and that is a Tikka 223. The reason why I like the 223 so much is it's cheap, it is plentiful, easy to get, and you can get it in multiple different grains of ammunition, so it's easy to find a round for it. Also, it is extremely accurate, especially these Tikka rifles. I am absolutely in love with Tikka. They're cheap, they're really good budget rifles. They shoot great. With this setup here, the rifle, the scope, rings, and everything is way under $1,000. It is super budget friendly and so much fun to shoot. A light recoil round, and you just cannot beat a 223 for everyday shooting, coyote hunting, prairie dog hunting. It is a fantastic round. Now, the scope we have on top of this is a Burris AR 5.56, which is specifically developed for the 223 round. It has a ballistic turn on here, calibrated somewhat for the 223 round. Always remember, depending on your elevation and the grain of bullet you're shooting, this turn is going to be off a little bit, but it does put you in the ballpark. This scope for the money is very clear, tough, accurate. It's a 4.5 by 14 by 42, so it lets in a lot of light. You can get your high magnification with it. So all around, especially for the lower end scope, these Burris are fantastic. Now, number 2, which is probably the most well-known coyote cartridge in the world, it is definitely the 22-250. The 22-250 is an absolutely amazing round. It's flat shooting, hard hitting, pretty economical when it comes to bullets, and you just cannot beat this round for fur. It's very low damage to fur, just like the 223. It's made for predators and fur bearers. This round is absolutely fantastic. You just cannot beat the 22-250. This right here is Remington 700 in the 22-250. On top, we have a Vortex tactical scope in first focal plane. Also with turrets on it. Very good scope, especially for the money that you pay for it. Very cheap. I cannot say enough about the 22-250 round. It is just fantastic when it comes to killing fur bears, coyotes, bobcats, foxes, prairie dogs, anything like that, the 22-250, when it hits hard and it knocks them down. Now, for a third rifle, I'm going to save that for a surprise for a shooting portion of this video. So if you want to see the third rifle, just wait around. We'll have it coming up, and it'll surprise you. It'll definitely surprise you. We're going to take these rifles out and shoot them, show you how well they shoot, and just the accuracy in general. Little bit of a warning, I do not shoot the 22-250 too much because I've been having problems with this particular rifle with getting it to group well. So you'll see me struggling to get it to group, and I kind of just put it up and I focus on the 223, which is my coyote hunting rifle right now. But it'll give you an idea how loud these rifles are, how they shoot, and in general, 22-250s are very, very accurate. For some reason, this gun just doesn't want to shoot right now, and it can be anything from the bullets I'm using to a damaged crown, so I'm still digging into that. But we're going to get to shooting these, and I hope you guys enjoy this. And we'll go a little bit more in depth on how these guns are shooting out at the range. Okay. Alright guys, so this is our coyote hunting series here. And today we're going over my favorite coyote rifles. First rifle we have up is a Remington 700 and 22-250. 22-250 is probably one of the most famous varminter rounds in the world. Mainly just because it's fast. It's flat and it hits hard, and the ammo is not terribly expensive. So today I'm shooting Hornady Varmint Express in 55 grains, and we're zeroing at 200 yards. So let's shoot this rifle a few times, see where it's hitting, and go from there. Alright, there's 3 shots. From here it looked pretty good, but we're going to go down and check it out. Well, that's my 200-yard group. It's a little bit more than an inch group. That could have been me, no problem. This is so much tighter than it was before I cleaned the rifle, so that's really good. All I'm gonna do is I'm probably gonna move it 1 or 2 clicks up and a click to the left, and I should be hitting the 10 ring every time. So we're gonna go do that, shoot a couple more rounds, and get on to our next gun. All right, so our next gun is a 223, which is probably, as of right now, the most popular coyote round and rifle, mainly just because the ammo is so cheap. It does an extremely good job out to 300 and sometimes even 400 yards. But the best part about this is it's such a kid-friendly gun. It does not hardly kick at all. You can shoot it all day long, and it just, depending on the gun you have, it is a tack driver. So we're going to shoot this out to 200 and see what it does for us. Well, that's a 4-shot group right there. It's a little spread out. It's about a 2.5 inch group, about like so. So it's not terrible, but it's not great. But it will kill a coyote within 200 yards. So this was our 223. We're having a consistent group out at 200 yards, which is good. Now we are going to move on to our next coyote rifle, which is going to be a 6.5 Creedmoor. That gun, it's fur friendly depending on the round, and it's also great because the ammo is a little bit cheaper too than most higher caliber rifles, and you can also use that as your deer rifle, so you don't have to have 2 different rifles. So we're going to bust out the 6.5 here, and we're going to shoot that and see how that shoots today. Alright, so this is our next gun, the 6.5 Creedmoor. This isn't mine, this is actually my buddy Cole here. His wife's Camilla, which has just become an absolutely fantastic gun this year. It's probably, in my opinion, the best woman's gun on the market right now, and youth gun. And I mean, I really like it too. So it is shooting a 140 grain Federal Premium with a Nosler AccuBond in it, and it has a Leopold scope on top with the custom turret, which is an awesome
it's a VX3i 3.5 to 10.
Yeah,
the CDS system.
Exactly what he said. So I'm really excited to shoot this gun. Like I said, it's a great coyote gun and great medium game gun. I've seen videos of people taking huge bull elks with it. So I'm really excited to shoot it, and we'll see how good of a group we can get down there with it, because if this gun doesn't shoot, then I know it's me today. Damn it. Well, like I said, it is a little bit larger caliber, so it does kick a little bit more. The trigger on this is a little stiff for my liking, but that's all right. I don't really know how I grouped, so we're gonna go take a look.
All right, we'll see how she does today.
So this right here, those shots I just zoomed in on, that was my second group with that 22-250. So something's going on where this gun does not like something, whether it's the ammo or it doesn't like getting like after 3-4 shots. Something's wrong with it. So I'm gonna have to tinker with that. That is not a good group at 200 yards. This shot I did pull a little bit, but I was still holding in the orange, so it should have been within these two somewhere. This shot was dead center, and which it's still a good 2.5, almost 3 inches to the right, and that shot, that middle shot, was dead center. So that's where it should be shooting, but it's not. Now those 4 shots were from the 223, sorry. And yes, I'm a little bit left, but that's all right. I'll just adjust that as soon as the barrel fully cools down. That one, that top shot, I did pull. But this is not a terrible group for 200 yards with a 223. It'll definitely kill a coyote and anything you shoot at 200 yards. Now those 6 shots right here were from the 6.5 Creedmoor. Again, it's not zeroed for me, so mine were a little bit farther left, but as you can see, it still held a pretty solid group at 200 yards. Then Cole shot, and his is about the same size of grouping, but it's a little bit farther to the right, due to him being the actual zero of this. Also, we are shooting new rounds out of that, so they might not be fully zeroed right now. We're gonna shoot a couple more, mainly just to start plinking now.
I don't know why you ever missed anything with that gun.
Dead center, just to the right. Dead center.
Did I just rub all those?
Yep, you did.
On that third shot, I thought I just ticked the middle of them.
Yep, you went right in the middle of that third shot.
Yeah.
Otter Lake gets better shoots, I guess.
I guess. Oh, that was money there, man.
Oh yeah. Well, as you can see, 300 yards with 223. It's pretty calm out, so we don't have to worry about weather that much. And it is drilling the gong. 6 shots, 6 hits. No more than a 2.5 inch, 3 inch group on both those groups. So I can't be any happier with this 223, how it's performing. As of right now, this will be my Coyote gun for the year. If I can't get that 22-250 shooting, this will be what I choose to use, especially because it is so cheap on ammo. 50 cents a shot, and it is touching at 200 and a 2-3 inch group at 300. You'll kill a coyote any day with that. I'm really glad you guys stopped by and watched this video. I hope you learned a lot. If you have any questions about the guns I use for coyote hunting, put them in the comments below. And I'd really like to hear what you guys are using for coyote hunting. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Good luck and be safe this season.